I've been looking forward to the launch of the new Mystery Knitalong by Stephen West. So far, I'm not disappointed. Yeah. This is going to be a good one.
So we're going to do 4 colors this year in contrasting tones.
Yes!
And it's a music-inspired shawl. So every yarn color are like the notes of your shawl. One of the songs I posted earlier this week about a quartet of blues was a little hint. So this is one of our kits called Bianca Seahorse.
Oh, that's perfect for this spinning project I have in mind.
And they can be a dynamic contrast.
I can do 4 different small spins. Wow. I love it. Thank you, Stephen.
Or you could even do 3 mohair dares. That's really gonna sing and say something.
There's some wool here that we could use. I have a huge thing of merino here in a light beigey color. I think I'm gonna use this, divide it into chunks of 100 grams and then dye them up and spin them. And I was originally thinking I would like to do some very dark brown. I already have a very dark brown, so maybe this is just already just one of the colors actually, and I'm just gonna spin this up. This is also, I don't know, it's a mystery wool. It's a little rougher than the merino, but this merino is not really that soft anyway. Then we have some polwoth that I could mix in and dye with it as well. And then I have, what do we have here? Cotton. I've never spun cotton before. Maybe I could do a mix. Like I have a blending board. I could dye up some fibers and then blend them together. I don't know. Yeah. So many options, so much fun to play around with. I love it. I love it. I still have a lot of this green merino that I used for the Hobbiton vest, which I got from a secondhand shop for very cheap. I don't want green, but I had thought about doing a very deep dark like teal petroleum type color, so I could just grab one of these and over dye it with some blues or turquoisey teals. This is way too like earthy natural, which that's not the vibe for this. I'm very enthusiastic about this. I'm gonna keep playing around with my options. Didn't I have a black as well? I know I have a black. It's much softer than this though. I'm gonna find the black one. Is it boring to just do a completely black one? I never did that before. This was sort of what I had in mind, with these being teal and not green. So I'm gonna over dye these. This might stay as it is, this might stay as it is, or I may do like a blendy thing on the blending board and just make really like a brown black mix. It's gonna be way easier if I just spin these as they are. This is where we are so far. I'm happy with it. It's probably gonna change, but this is where I am as of Thursday, September the 4th. Alright. It's been quite some time since I've dyed any wool in its like non-yarn form. Water and vinegar. Fiber. Whee! Just being careful not to agitate it. I mean, it's cold water, so it probably won't do that much. emerald. Emerald sounds nice. And then some navy blue to darken it up even further. I did a fairly strong mix, I think. But if these 100 grams do not soak up all the dye, then I could just dunk in the other 100 grams I have and then get a lighter version. Oh, we'll see what will happen to this. I just turned on the heat and now it's just gonna simmer for a bit. I'm having too much fun. I'm gonna leave it in on like a low heat for a while and see how much of the dye it takes. And then I'm just gonna, whenever I turn off the heat, I'm just gonna leave it in overnight to cool down slowly so as not to agitate the wool, to hopefully minimize felting. I have this random single. It's like a beige with some red bits in it. I think I'm gonna put it in the dye pot because yeah, this dye is not exhausting at all. Raining like crazy. It's the next day. I just got a little more than 100 grams here of the beige merino, and I think I'm gonna dye them like a really deep dark berry color to match the one that I did yesterday. The one I did yesterday is drying right now, so I'm not sure if I can show you that yet, but I think it turned out more really dark green than the like petroleum teal color I was looking for. So I've been thinking today, what should I do to match that? What looks good with dark green? Looks like unbaked cinnamon rolls. That's the one I did yesterday. The over-dyed green, which really is green green. Maybe I could dye it again. This was the single I dumped in. That's really not it. I do not like that at all. This was also a failed experiment. Looks like something I've done before. I don't like it. But we will get back to this when it's dry and see if it needs another go. Trying to mix the perfect color. This is not color like accurate, but I went from a very pink one to this one that I think I should have actually stopped at. That one. But then I went a little crazy, started to put in all of the colors, and I don't think I should have put in the brown because now it's just like this blood color. But I may be onto something with this one. I don't think this concoction can take anymore. Let's just go for it. Looks like a bloodbath in here. Interesting. I need this to become really dark and saturated. That is what I want. Please. mean, it looks more blue on the camera here than it is, but it in real life it just looks really dark green again. And it's like there's still blue dye in the water, maybe not so much. No. No, there's no dye left. Okay. What could I do? I think we're finally there. So I put in some more navy blue and black, and then I turned up the heat because I thought maybe the dyes needed a higher heat to in order to like go fully in the wool. And look, no more dye in the water. So now I've turned off the heat. I'm just gonna let it cool and so on. And then we'll see what we have once everything dries. Those are the results. It is definitely it's definitely more petroleum than just plain green, but it's still very green. This one is the rust. I just overdyed with a bit of splatterings of some pink and rust leftovers I had. Sorry for my voice. I was screaming last night because I was at the concert. Wow, I sound crazy. Okay, just to compare the green, you can see here that the one on the left was the first one I did where I overdyed the green, and then this one is just where I dyed the beige wool I have. So I don't really know for the combo if I want to go like this, or like this, or like this. I think it may be a little too much if I do both, all of these colors and then black. Or maybe that'll be fun. We'll figure it out as we go, I guess. I really just... I want the black and I want the red. So far so good. And I also started spinning the black yesterday. It is quite thin. That's good. New plan. I ditched the brown because this is not really that soft anyway. It's a mystery wool. I don't know what it is. But then do black, red, and green, and then over dye this once again, so it's not as like pow in your face. So it's more cognac-y brown. So it's just to tone the whole thing a little bit down, because I don't like the contrast between the very bright and the very not for this anyway. I think I'll try to do that. Okay, one more time to the dye pots. I really like this. I'm ditching the red. I'm sorry. It was actually one of the colors I liked the most, but it was also the one I didn't like with any of the other ones, really. So now we are doing the overdyed rust, the plain brown, the plain black, and the second green I did, the more bluish green. They are all dark. I'm not sure if the contrast is going to be enough for this pattern, but I'm not into that huge contrast that Stephen West always advocates for. So this is my choice. This is my choice. The red will be something else, maybe with the true green. I can do a Christmas spin or something. You don't know. So I think, so I have these are sort of neutrals. This is a little more bright and warm. And then the green will be the pop, maybe. But he said, you know, in the intro that all of the colors would be used equally in the shawl. So that's why, I think that's why I felt it was really difficult to choose a palette. But I think I've got it. And now to the spinning. I still have so many doubts about this color combo. So what I'm thinking is that I will spin up a sample, well, not a sample, I will spin up 50 grams of 2-ply of each of the colors and then do some gauge swatches. This is the black. I'm almost done with the singles for that. But then my color choice was black, brown, orangey brown, and green. But what about this? Nice, right? The red that I dyed. And then this is an alpaca, or an alpaca blend that I got. It takes me about a day or two to spin up 50 grams. So maybe if I have time, I'll just spin up a whole bunch and then knit up some samples. This looks nice. And this looks nice. I'm horrible. This is the first spin. It weighs 47 grams and has 300 meters of 2-ply. And this is it before washing. Just have some lukewarm water with a little bit of mkal in it. Just let it rest in there for a little bit. Get on with the next one. I can't seem to get into the groove with this. It just keeps on breaking. I keep adjusting the tension. I keep adjusting the ratio. I just can't get into the groove. It's this merino that I dyed. It's just, I don't know. It's just not nice for me to work with. And as I've said before, I'm not a very experienced spinner, so that of course has something to do with it. But I usually, you know, I can get it to work, but this, it keeps on breaking. But well, I already did this bobbin here, and I'm on the second, so I don't have that much to go. So hopefully, I don't know, this won't take too long. I don't know what I'm doing.
Pregnancy test around with her. I feel like she could have easily asked her question without it. And when you don't know whose it is, taking a pregnancy test out of the trash is pretty gross. Or if you do know whose it is, it's covered in piss.
Somewhere. Martin and I are going to finalize the schedule for Human Soul Quest Meet, and I hope you all can join us at least for one time or every single time. We would love to have you at both parties.
I'm doing things a new way. So I'm gripping with my right, like a couple of inches before I reach my fiber supply, and then I draw back. That's probably a very normal way to do things. It's like I just figured out that this is how I like to do this very fine fiber. And I have been doing this for the last hour or so. Today's Friday, by the way. I've been working on this rust color since Wednesday. And I've been working, and I haven't been able to dedicate a lot of time to this, but I haven't been enjoying it that much. But when I do this type of motion, yeah, I like this. I know it has a name. I'm just blanking because my mind is tired. Yeah, I've just had other things on my mind. I wanna knit a basic black cashmere sweater, but I want it very specific, and I cannot find a pattern for it, so I may need to design it myself, and that's not a problem. I will do that. But we are 1/3 through September. I still have a lot to do this year in order to fulfill my plans. Quite frankly, I'm not sure that I need to stick to those plans 100%. I'm sorry to say, I don't know. But yeah, this is nice. It's been such a long time since I've watched or read any spinning tutorial. I just do whatever my hands and feet feel like. And with this wool, my hands want to do this. And I do need to sort of keep in mind that the first one I did, the black one, that was like a very natural, and no, it's not natural, it was like a really fine wool, and that just spun up so thin. So I kind of have to match that, because you know, all of these 4 colors have to work together in the same shawl, and I don't even know the pattern yet. So it broke again, and I can't find the end, and I am hating this. I usually love spinning. Why do I hate it this time? Here I am so far. It has been a few days. It's the 15th now, I believe. 15th of September, yeah. I do like these colors. I really do. But it's sort of getting thinner and thinner. I started with the black and then the rust, and now I just finished plying the green, and they keep on getting thinner and thinner. So per 100 grams, the black is 652 meters, the rust is 674 meters, and the green is 717 meters. Yeah, I guess it'll work out. They are all 2-ply, and they are, what is that meterage? Like a heavy lace, very light fingering, a heavy lace, right? So now we have 3 colors. I'm not sure this is going to be the final. But whatever, I'm just doing whatever now. I think I'm gonna ditch the brown because that was too scratchy. But I did dye another one, like a lighter neutral one. I can show you. This is not the color. This just looks gray. It's actually one that I dyed with a mix of black and yellow. Can you see it here? Really difficult to show the color here. Because I was afraid that I didn't have enough contrast. And I wanted another neutral because I couldn't get the colors to work together in my mind. This might still be too light, but I think I'm gonna spin up a sample. And then we'll see. I can always over dye it or just not use it, you know. But like here we definitely have enough contrast. Should I dye this? I'm gonna spin up a little bit of this and then maybe dye the rest. Are we there yet? I literally change my mind about this every day, but right now, this is what I'm feeling. I'm currently spinning up the red. The red that I started out with saying that I wanted and then ditched. Did I show you this? I over dyed it with some more of the black and yellow and also put in a dash of purple. And then these mohairs to spice it up.
The power of 3 will set us free. The power of 3 will set us free. The power of 3 will set us free.
This color is so beautiful. We have a hand-dyed silk mohair at work that's this color, just even more, it just glows even more because of, you know, it's a silk mohair. I would like to buy it for this project, but I'm saving up my money because I want to treat myself and buy cashmere for a jumper. But more about that in some other videos. But I have some undyed silk mohair in hanks that I could try and dye with these colors. That would be nice. But I don't have to do that right now. I'm gonna spin the rest of, not the rest, I'm gonna spin up a decent amount of this red color. And then I'll do this. The neutral one I did. I have more. Yeah. I have a lot. So I'm so ready to get knitting, but I know that the pattern won't come out for another few weeks. I do love spinning though. It's been a pleasure. It's just that I've been so indecisive with the colors. But I feel like I'm getting there, you know. And it's gonna be a great October. Yeah, so I'll just finish up with whatever I have going on here and show you the results. And then maybe, probably, once we get to the start of the actual MKAL, I may change it up even more. and go stash diving or dye some more stuff and even spin some more stuff. Who knows? It's all good fun. Can't wait to see what everybody's gonna get up to with the mystery musical. See you there. So this is what I ended up with from the first batch. I'm gonna take a break now. I just spent 2 weeks or so spinning these up. In total, I have about 143 grams and 985 meters. So yeah, definitely a 2-ply lace weight. And that's fine. This was the last one that I did. I really, really liked that one. Both the spinning of it and the color. I think it looks really nice. I'm not sure I'm gonna use them all. I'm gonna spin some more, I think, but I'm gonna wait until the MusiKAL starts. Today is the 22nd of September, and I have lots of other stuff to do. For example, the Grayling cardigan and the Bohemian Oasis blanket. Who knows what will happen? It's a mystery, and we like that. It's been enjoyable, and it feels kind of sad that I'm not going to be spinning anymore right now, but I still have plenty of the fibers, so we'll see once we hit October the 2nd. Can't wait. See you there.